Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings boys game. And now, Viking pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and we have a full night of high school basketball for you, as tonight the 2-5 Colfax Vikings are looking to bounce back after being handed a decisive 69-33 loss to the Turtle Lake Lakers on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the 5-3 Augusta Beavers are looking to continue rolling following their 71-53 win over the Strum Cardinals also last Tuesday. This is game one of our boys-girls doubleheader. Coming up in this edition of Viking pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Augusta Beavers and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Noel's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school boys basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back to Viking pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's boys basketball game between the Augusta Beavers and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to bounce back after being thumped 69-33 by the Turtle Lake Lakers. In that loss to Turtle Lake, the Vikings were led in scoring by 6'2" senior Nathan Hajdukovic, who hit 4 field goals and a three-pointer for 11 points. He was followed by Bryce Sikora and Elijah Ensminger, who added 5 points each. Thus far on the season, the Vikings are led in scoring by Ensminger, who's averaging nearly 12 points per game. He's followed by Jack Charlo, who's averaging almost 10 points per game. Ryan Albright chips in over 7 points per game. Now, the Beavers are coming off a 71-53 win over the Strum Cardinals last Tuesday. Leading the way for the Beavers was 6'2" senior guard Dalton Robinson, who hit on 4 of 10 field goals and 2 out of 7 three-pointers for 14 points. He was followed by Aiden Anderson, who added 12 points, as well as Drew Jacobs and Brennan King, who chipped in 11 points each. Thus far on the season, the Beavers are led by Robinson, who's averaging 19 points a game. He's followed by Tyler Brickson, who's putting up over 14 points per game, and Drew Jacobs, who's adding nearly another 11 points per game. On the boards, the Beavers are led by Jacobs and Robinson, who are pulling down over 6 boards per game each. Hunter Kirchhoff is also an effective rebounder for the Beavers, grabbing just under 6 rebounds per game. The Vikings are going to have to spread their defense out to cover the perimeter, as the Beavers like to shoot three-pointers. So far this season, Robinson and Brickson are shooting nearly 35% from the outside of the arc, where they've put up over 110 three-point attempts. Currently, the Vikings are averaging around 50 points per game, while giving up an average of 64. The Beavers are scoring an average of 64 points per game, while also giving up 62. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Mark Noel on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
We're talking today with Viking boys head coach Mark Knoll. And Coach, on Tuesday, the Vikings faced a big and very physical team in the Turtle Lake Lakers. Vikings dropping that game 69-33. Your comments about that game?
Obviously, we just didn't play well at all, to be brutally honest with you. We did not show up ready to play. I thought we were going to play a good game. I felt like we had a lot of good practices over break to get ready, knowing that we had all these games coming up. So I was disappointed in how we came out and played yesterday. But with that said, as I watched the first half this morning of the game, I saw so many areas where we can improve on, defensively, and then even on the offensive end as well. We just took too many one pass and shot type plays where we weren't breaking down the defense and we didn't have the correct spacing that we need to have, and just not playing together. We're just taking too early shots, and we need to be a little bit more patient and get a better shot.
Now, in that game, and you just kind of alluded to it, the Vikings just seemed to be unable to buy a shot, and to my untrained eye, it looked as though they were rushing shots, and that may have been brought about because Turtle Lake was so quick at closing on the shooter. Your comments about that?
I think what it was is once we, gave them that 10-0 lead, then the pressure's on us, and there was no pressure on them. So as there was no pressure on them, they started making shots, and the rim got small. So the rim got bigger for them, and the rim got smaller for us. And then we started rushing shots that we can get better shots on if we just be patient.
Yeah, in fact, I remember following the game and talking with Coach Prince. I mentioned that I haven't seen a guy have the rotten luck that Elijah Ensminger had in that game. He put up some what were nice-looking shots, and they hit every part of the rim except go through. Yeah,
I mean, and that's kind of how I felt like the whole team was yesterday. We just couldn't make it fall, and we just have to keep shooting and just keep playing, and hopefully they'll start falling for us.
Now, today it's a different story. The Vikings are taking on the 5-3 Augusta Beavers. What can you tell us about the Beavers?
Well, they're a team that last year, they had a lot of sophomores and juniors. So now this year they're juniors and seniors with that experience that they got from last year. So they're a team that has experience because they were all playing last year. They were just young. They'll probably play a 1-3-1 on us today. It's not as aggressive as Duran's was, but they're going to play a 1-3-1. So we have to be ready to execute against that. And they've got 3 kids that are, averaging double figures. This one kid, I think it's Dalton Robinson's averaging 19 points a game. He can really shoot it from the outside, so we've got to be aware of him and try to keep him down and not let him go off. And that's kind of our game plan, is to execute against their 1-3-1. And then offensively, we need to we put in a new offense for that, so we're looking to see what we can do against it.
And you mentioned Dalton Robinson and his 19 points a game. And just about 35% of those are coming from outside the three-point arc. And there's another player, and I can't recall his name right off the top of my head, who's right up there at the same percentage. So obviously they like to shoot from outside that. What's that going to do to your defense?
Well, I mean, when there's a lot of three-pointers shot, there's usually a lot of long rebounds also available. And so, we still have some guys that are running to the rim on shots, and when you run to the rim, the rebound goes over your head. So we've got to make sure that we're running to players and putting a body on players instead of running to the rim. And so we can get those rebounds and try to limit them to one offensive try and then if we can defend those shots and just be there on the catch, if they make one when we're on them, more power to them. But we just don't want them to shoot any wide open shots.
There's a life lesson in there, isn't there? That if you keep chasing the target, you're never where the target ends up.
Yes, exactly.
So
and
it works in basketball too.
It does, and I keep saying it where it's usually big guys because they're the ones that are by the basket, and they're the ones that usually run to the rim, but the rebound always goes over their head, and so they just got to learn how to find a body and box out.
Here's where those 5'8" guys get to rack up their rebounding stats.
Yep, exactly.
They just stay out where they belong.
Yep.
Okay, well, Coach Noel, good luck on tonight's game. Hopefully the Vikings can put a stop to this skid and get back on the winning track.
Thank you very much, and we're going to work hard to make that happen.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to bounce back from their loss Tuesday and get back on the winning track. At the same time, the Beavers are looking to build on their 71-53 win over the Levi-Strum Cardinals. So the stage is set for some exciting high school boys basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, we'll send it over to Colfax High School, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of Game 1 of our boy-girl doubleheader with tonight's non-conference boys game between the Colfax Vikings and the Augusta Beavers. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings boys game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Light Colfax Viking Basketball. It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Colfax Viking Basketball is on the air.
Lenz with the rebound puts it up and in. Christian Lenz gets the putback shot.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking Boys varsity basketball game.
And it's no good. Rebound taken down and put up and in. Ryan Albright with the rebound.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Inside, gives it off to Hoffman. Hoffman feeds underneath. The shot goes up and in by Nathan Hajdukovic.
Yeah, good cut there by Nate.
Are your pooches proportional? And we're here at Colfax High School, where the junior varsity game just ended with the Vikings coming out on top 37-33 to 32. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera, and we have a whole lot of basketball coming up for you tonight. We're going to start it off with the boys. Colfax Vikings taking on the Augusta Beavers. Then at the end of that game, we're actually going to shut down for a minute or two while we get things switched around, and then we will have the girls with the Colfax Vikings taking on the Spring Valley Cardinals. So a lot of basketball coming your way tonight.
I'm not complaining.
No, I didn't think you would be. Dan never complains about hockey. The only time he complains about hockey is if he has to deal with that or complains about basketball.
And hockey.
And hockey. If they're all at the same time, then Dan's got a problem. And baseball's starting to work its way into there, but fortunately it's a different time of year. So.
And if there's two sports on one day, I get a little tick.
Well, we've got basketball for you tonight, and we've got quite a bit of time. Normally we come live with about 5 minutes before the game starts, and the JV game ran a little bit long, and the athletic director, Mike Hodel, is quickly sweeping the floor, so both teams have a clean floor to work from, as the Augusta Beavers are lined up by the doors to our left, and the Colfax Vikings are lined up by the doors to our right, as they're getting ready to come out and do their warm-up activities. Dan has been busy running around trying to get starting lineups and so on. But what have you found out about the Augusta Beavers from the things that you've noticed?
Yeah, they don't have a deep bench. Looks like they have 5 guys in scoring positions, but they do kind of, separate the points a little bit. Looks like Tyler Brixton is probably the guy to watch, number 40. He's got 23 points. Just trying to see if he got an average.
I think Robinson is also...
Dalton Robinson, number 30.
This was in their last game against the Oliva Strum Cardinals that you're looking at. And there's your season stats right there. Okay. Dan turns the page, and what do you find there?
Yeah, Dalton Robinson. He has his highest this season is 31 points. He's averaging 19 points per game. So that's the guy to watch.
That's formidable.
Yeah. Followed right behind by number 40, Tyler Brixton, with 14 points. So then they have a few guys down the way that definitely contribute to the team. So, yeah, it's a different conference, right? Augusta,
it is, and the one thing that I noticed about the Augusta Beavers and doing a little research about them, they like to light it up from the outside. They've got like a 35% shooting. When you take Robinson and Brixton, the two of those combined are about 35% shooting from outside the arc, and that's a problem. That's something you have to work extra hard on defense to deal with.
Yeah, you got to watch that. They do have Drew Jacobs. He's 6'4", junior, that you probably have to pay attention to in the middle.
And so, I'll tell you what, why don't we take a bit of a timeout here. We'll get a few ads from our sponsors in. We seem to struggle getting those in anyway, so we'll get a few of them in ahead of time. And then we'll come back, and Dan will get us the starting lineups for tonight's game. You're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Game one of our doubleheader. Vikings getting ready to take on the Augusta Beavers. And Dan, why don't you give us a starting lineups? Why don't you start with the Vikings while I'm trying to get the lineup written down here on my side.
Here's the starters for Colfax. They're going to go with senior 6'2", number 2, Nate Hajdukovic. 5'10", senior, number 4, Bryce Sikora. 5'8", sophomore, number 10, Elijah Ensminger. 6'3", junior, number 23, Jack Charlo. 6'1", senior, number 24, Ryan Albrecht. For the Augusta Beavers, they're going to go with 6'4", junior, number 23, Drew Jacobs. 6'2", junior, number 25, Brennan King. 6'2", senior, number 30, Dalton Robinson. 6 foot senior, number 32, Aiden Anderson. And 6 foot senior, number 40, Tyler Brickson.
Okay, and so those will be the starting lineups for today's game. And again, we talked about Robinson being the team's leading scorers. He's 53 of 132 from the field goal shots. But something to remember about that is that he is 24 of 73 from three-point land. And that's a 33% average coming from beyond the arc. He's shooting overall from the floor 40%. Tyler Brickson is 33 of 79 in field goals, and when you look at the three-pointers, he's 15 of 37, so he's actually shooting almost 41% from outside the arc. Those are issues, and throw in there as well Aiden Anderson, who's 9 of 28 from outside the arc for 32%. So these guys like to shoot from the outside. And of course, if you are a serious threat from the outside, that pulls the defense out and opens up stuff underneath.
Yeah, and we'll have to see what the matchup is going to be. I saw, well, let's see, we were here Tuesday night, and I noticed that, who was that? Jack Charlo, I don't know if it's just because he was coming off the 3-week period, but he was a little bit slow and he couldn't keep up, so they had to throw Nate Hajdukovic on because he was a little quicker. So they're going to have somebody that can jump out on those so they don't get the open threes.
In fact, my guess, and we didn't get this from Coach Noel, but I would suspect Nathan Hajdukovic is going to match up against Dalton Robinson, and then they'll take Charlo and put him on Drew Jacobs if they're in a man. And Coach also mentioned that Augusta runs a 1-3-1, but it's not quite the same 1-3-1 that we're used to seeing. So we'll have to see what they do.
Yeah, so if they're going to play 1-3-1, Colfax has to skip the ball, move the ball quickly, and try to find those probably open shots from the 3, which Nate can hit. Who else did I think could hit?
Bryce Sikora. And Ensminger are well, Ryan Albright, a couple games ago, Ryan Albright just caught bloody hot from three-point land. And tonight would be a nice night for that to happen also. Vikings really want to get off the schneid here. And a couple of very tough losses that they've had to deal with. And just for the morale of the team, they need to get things turned around.
Yeah, you know, one of the things they have to work on is turnovers. You know, they have to make sure they know where each person is, keep your head up, and find the open man.
So passes need to be crisp, but they have to be on the money. Yeah. And at the other end of the pass, you've always got to be expecting to get the ball.
Right.
It's kind of like the Packer wide receivers, and I oftentimes jest by making comparisons to the Packers, but this time I'm not jesting. One of the things Aaron Rodgers tells his wide receivers, if you're on the field, expect me to throw you the ball. This, I wasn't expecting it, just doesn't cut it. And so the Viking players have to do the same thing. If they're on that floor, expect to get the ball.
Yeah, you know, Coach Snow doesn't just play his top 6. He's not afraid to go deep into the bench, so you kind of got to be ready at all times.
And when you're out there, as I said, expect the ball. Because there were a number of them where I saw in the last game where guys weren't even looking for the ball. And the ball came right to them, and they weren't looking, and out of bounds it went.
Yeah, you got to have your head on a swivel at all times. Doesn't matter if you're on offense or defense.
I'll tell you what, why don't we take another quick time out, and then we'll come back, and it'll be just about time to do the national anthem and get starting lineups and that sort of thing. We've got just under 7 minutes before this game's going to get started. So you're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Those days when you're hankering for something that's delicious and nutritious, simply stop by FitFam Nutrition in Colfax. They serve Herbalife meal replacement shakes, metabolism-boosting teas and protein coffees. They taste as good as they sound, and they're healthy. Come and visit the Bentons and let them prepare for you a simply sweet treat, or something for the chocoholic or coffee lover in you. FitFam is a slam dunk. That's FitFam Nutrition, complete with one-on-one wellness coaching and business opportunities. 1020 University Avenue in Colfax.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School girls basketball. Our next game will be on Saturday, January 8th when the Vikings travel to Hayward to take on the Hayward Hurricanes. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pre-game at 2:10 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking girls basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Saturday, January 8th.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. That last announcement, I just want to update you on that a little bit. Yes, we do have the game coming up Saturday, Viking girls against the Hayward Hurricanes on Saturday afternoon, but that is not our next Viking girls game. It's going to come up in a couple hours from now. We're going to have the Viking girls taking on the Spring Valley Cardinals shortly after this game wraps up between the Viking boys and the Augusta Beavers.
3 games one night. 3 games one night. They're going to wear the court right down to the nose.
We had Dan practicing his play-by-play skills during the JV game.
Look out, now I'm going to be a blabbermouth all the time.
Oh, your wife is going to wring my neck. I can see it coming. She's going to start blowing that trombone at me.
Yeah. Surprisingly, that thing is in one piece yet.
Say, don't forget to join us tomorrow night as the Viking boys are going to travel over to Boyceville to take on the Boyceville Bulldogs in a Dunn St. Croix Conference game. Live coverage will begin with Viking pregame starting at 6:55, and that'll be followed by all the live play-by-play action. That's Viking Boys Basketball tomorrow night on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Also, don't forget that the Bloomer and Colfax wrestling teams will be in action next Tuesday, that's January 11th, when they host the Stanley Boyd Orioles in a dual meet right here at the Colfax High School, right down in front. See, if you look at the screen, you see that big C down there. The wrestling mat will be covering that up, and that's where all the action's going to take place next Tuesday night with the Bloomer Colfax wrestlers taking on the Stanley Boyd Orioles. And so that's some wrestling action. And of course, we have some basketball on Tuesday night as the Viking girls will be over in Elk Mound. So here's what you do. You come and watch the wrestlers. Those guys need your support. So come and watch the wrestlers, but bring your phone along, and you can tune us in on your phone by simply going to YouTube and then NLWN-TV. And you can check out the girls playing Elk Mountain. That's actually going to be a pretty big battle. That's going to be a battle for first place in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, most likely. And so we've got that coming up. But most of what we have coming up is right here tonight in just a little over a minute or so. We have Viking basketball, boys taking on the Augusta Beavers. And we're going to take one more quick time out as you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Back here at Colfax High School, and the teams have gone over to the benches. We're going to be sending it down to the scorer's table in just a moment here for our national anthem and then our starting lineups. Let's send it down there right now as everybody else seems to be getting pretty well ready.
Would everyone please stand and maple, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart out of the flag. As the national anthem is sung by Adrian Beebe, David Paulson, and Nathan Basil.
And that was the national anthem. And we'll send it right back down to the scorer's table for the starting lineups of tonight's game.
Welcome to Colfax High School for tonight's out-of-conference boys basketball action between the Augusta Beavers and your Colfax Vikings. Introducing the starters for the Beavers. Number 23, junior, Drew Jacobs. Number 25, junior, Brennan King. Number 30, senior, Dalton Robinson. Number 32, senior, Aiden Anderson. And number 40, senior, Tyler Rickson. The Beavers are led by head coach Chris Smith. And now the starting line for your Colfax Vikings.
There's the starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Augusta Beavers, it's Jacobs, King, Robinson, Anderson, and Brickson. And for the Vikings, Hajdukovic, Sikora, Ensminger, Shiloh, and Albright. Jumping center is Dalton Robinson for the Augusta Beavers against Nate Hajdukovic for the Vikings. The official steps into the circle. Ball goes up. Tip controlled by the Beavers. Coming across the timeline is Brickson. They get it over to the right side, down into the right corner, back out high. Ball gets tapped and out of bounds. It's going to remain Augusta ball. Inbounding it is Brennan King. Now they get it into the forecourt to Robinson. Over to the left side, down along the baseline to Jacobs. Back out high, three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound taken away by the Vikings, and they're running down the floor. Ensminger lays it up and in. Elijah Ensminger with 2 points puts the Vikings on top. The Beavers get it into the forecourt. Robinson gets it over to King. Now over into the left corner. That's Anderson. Drives the baseline, puts it up and in. We're all even at 2. Vikings coming down the floor. Sikora with it, drives into the lane, lays it up. He put it in. He had a wide open pass down the lane and put it in. Robinson with it, gets it over to King. King over to the right side to Anderson. And fighting for it on the floor. The Vikings come away with it. Nate Hajdukovic scrap for it on the floor. They get it over to Shiloh, gets it back to Hajdukovic. Ball's being fought for. We're going to get a whistle and a jump ball call. It's going to be Viking ball. Vikings on top, 4-2. They get it into Hajdukovic at the top of the key. Gets it over to the left side to Ensminger. Ensminger takes it down the left side of the lane, got his pocket picked. Down the floor comes King, he lays it up, and it goes in. We're tied at 4. Sikora has it across the timeline. He's high, wide, and right. Feeds it down into the right corner to Ensminger. Ensminger takes it to the lane, gets it to Hajdukovic, driving down the lane, lays it up off the glass, no good. Augusta comes down the floor. This is Robinson with it on the right side. Drives into the lane. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Taken down by Albright. Feeds it forward to Sikora. Lays it up. Overlaid it. But Ensminger got the rebound. Puts it up. No good. Puts it back. No good. And down come the Augusta Beavers with the ball. Anderson feeds it over to Brickson. Now they get it on the side of the lane, down underneath, laying it up, no good. That shot was by Jacobs. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Augusta. Tapped out of bounds by Ensminger.
I think we got a foul.
I think you're right. I think he got more than the ball. That's the first foul on anybody or anything in tonight's game. So Augusta inbounds it to Brixton. Feeds it over to Robinson. Ball got tapped out of bounds by Hajdukovic. Still tied at 4. 15:24 to go in the first half. King with it. Cross-court pass over to Brixton. Puts up the 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound. Taken down by the Vikings. Ensminger down the right side. Tries to drive into the lane. They're going to get him for a travel.
Tried to draw the foul.
Didn't get the foul drawn. And he also tried to get rid of the ball before he traveled. He knew he was about to. And he tried to get, but they said no, he didn't. And some tough defensive play by Albright. Brixton ends up stepping out of bounds. Albright shut off the path. Ensminger with it. Gets it to Sikora. Back to Ensminger. High, wide, and right. To Hajdukovic. He's between the circles. Over to the right side to Ensminger. He's still out high to Charlo. He's between the circles. To Sikora on the left. He's high, wide, and left. Cross-court pass to Hajdukovic. Feeds it into the lane to Charlo. Charlo gets it out to Albright. Over to Sikora. Sikora high on the left side.
Augusta
defense. Between the circles.
Augusta defense tight right now.
Then to Ensminger on the right wing. To Albright. Over to Hajdukovic on the left. Back out high to Ensminger. Drives into the lane. Puts up the shot. It won't go. Augusta comes away with the rebound.
You know, that was a miss, but they were patient and got the open shot.
Yeah, it was. Everything was right except the ball didn't go through the hole. And we got a travel call against the Augusta Beavers. Brennan King took an extra step trying to make a move in the lane. So the Vikings will have it. Down the floor they come. They feed it off to the right side to Ensminger. Back out high. Over to the left side to Hajdukovic. Back out to Ensminger at the top of the key. Over to Sikora. Back to Ensminger. To Hajdukovic. Drives into the lane. Lays it up and in. Nathan Hajdukovic.
His first 2.
6-4. Vikings on top. 3-pointer on the way. Nothing but net that time by Aiden Anderson. And Augusta takes a 1-point lead, 7-6. Sikora gets it over to Albright on the left. To Ensminger on the left wing. Still on the dribble. Tries to take it out high. Gets bumped. Loses control of the ball. And down the floor comes Augusta. Gets tapped away. And Ensminger's on the fly, takes it to the hole. It's a collision down there, no whistle, and no basket. And down the floor comes Augusta. King with it, looks underneath to Jacobs, puts a shot up, it goes in. 9-6. Augusta on top. Albright, and he took a step before he put the ball to the floor.
Augusta finding their way into the paint. Colfax has the box out.
Tristan Lenz into the lineup. Gave Ensminger a little bit of a break. Anderson with it between the circles for Augusta. And the ball got stolen by Sikora. Takes it to the hole and it goes in. 9-8. Coming down the floor is Brixon, and he gets the ball taken away from him. Hajdukovic feeds it over to Sikora, lays it in, and the Vikings are back on top, 10-9, and we have a timeout being called by the Augusta Beavers. 11:45 to go in the first half. It's the Vikings on top, 10-9. And you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Back here at Colfax High School. Now I got it here. We got our picture back. Augusta with the ball. Pass gets intercepted by Charlo. Takes it down the lane, lays it up, and it's good. 12-9, Vikings up by 3. Robinson with it. Gets it out between the circles to King. Now they get it over on the left side to Kirchhoff. To Brixon. Spins, drives into the lane, puts it up. We have a whistle. Foul. So we're going to have Brixon go to the line for 2. And the foul's on Tristan Lenz. It's his first personal, second team foul. Brixon's first shot is no good. Jensen into the lineup for Charlo. Second shot is up and good. Vikings up by 2, 12-10, 11-11 to go. Vikings come down the floor. Feed it underneath to Jensen. Makes a move, gets it out to Sikora. Sikora puts up the 3, rattles around. Won't go down though. Here comes Augusta down the floor. Feed it over to the right side to Livingston. Back over to King on the left. Back to Livingston trying to drive into the lane. Can't get there. Brixon puts up the 3. He hit it. And Augusta's back on top, 13-12. Sikora with it. Gets it to Albright. Albright to Jensen. Out to Lenz. Lenz takes a shot. No good. Rebound taken down by King. Down the floor come the Augusta Beavers. Back out high to Robinson. Over to Brixon. And underneath, trying the left baseline. It's no good. It's Kirchhoff. And down the floor come the Vikings. Long feed pass to Hajdukovic. He put it up. It's good. And he draws the hard. He's going to go for the +1.
Yeah, way to drop it in there to Hajdukovic. He was covered very well.
His sister Jeanette down in the corner waiting for the girls' game to start. Had a big smile on her face after that one. Now she's got to give him a little grief about the missed free throw. Down the floor come the Beavers. Vikings on top by 1. Robinson with it. Gets it over to Brixon. Feeds it underneath the Kirchhoff. Lays it up and in. Hunter Kirchhoff.
His first 2.
Sikora with it. Gets it to Albright. Tries to get it over to Hajdukovic. Ball gets stolen. And down the floor come the Beavers. And up and in with it is Robinson.
His first 2.
Sikora gets it over to Lenz, high and left. to Albright on the left side to Hajdukovic, and we get a timeout called on the floor. So with a timeout on the floor, you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School girls basketball. Our next game will be on Friday, December 17th, when the Vikings travel to Boyceville to take on the Bulldogs. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking girls basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Friday, December 17th.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. That obviously was the wrong ad because that game already got played. Shot goes up by Hajdukovic. That was supposed to be a boys game. Talk about Jensen puts the shot up from in the lane. 17-16, Vikings trail by 1. Down the floor comes Augusta. Livingston with it, gets it over to King. King puts up the three-pointer, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. And they're saying it was last touch by the Vikings. Brixton to inbound. Feeds it into Jacobs. Jump shot right away in the lane, no good. Jensen with the rebound. Ensminger brings it down the floor. Gets it over to Hajdukovic. Little shake and bake move, drives into the lane, puts it up, rattles around, comes off. And here comes Augusta down the floor. Shot goes up and three-pointer by King.
Pretty shot there.
20-16. Augusta on top. Lenz on the dribble. Gets it over to Irwin. Irwin out between the circles to Ensminger. Ensminger out between the circles to set things up. Now he gets trapped, tries to feed it in the lane. Ball gets knocked loose, and here comes Augusta with it. Down the floor, laying it up and in is Robinson. 22-16. To Irwin. Irwin to the free throw line, and he got his pocket picked, but not without a foul being committed by King.
Colfax getting a little flat-footed right now. They need to communicate a little better, move their feet.
Irwin to inbound the ball. Gets it into Hajdukovic. Over to Ensminger, back to Hajdukovic. Takes it over to the right side to Charlo. Charlo tries to feed it down to Jensen. Now Charlo's got the ball back, feeds it back in. He saved it back into Irwin on the right side. Settles things down. Coach Noel wants him to back out, get things set up. Ensminger has it high, wide, and left. Spin move in the lane. Gets it to Jensen, tries to lay it up. It's a little short. Ball chased down by Irwin. Irwin with the jump shot. It got blocked, but picked up by Hajdukovic. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, and somebody got hammered down there. It's
Charlo
got it right across the bridge of the nose, it looked like. Foul is on Marcus Livingston. It's his first personal. Third team foul.
Yeah, I think Livingston tried to block it, and the hand just came down right on the nose.
Charlo with it, tries to feed it underneath to Irwin, and the pass gets intercepted. Boy, there are a lot of purple-clad bodies down there in the lane. Down underneath, the pass goes to Kirchhoff, and he lays it up and in. They forgot about him.
Sitting there all alone.
And down the floor comes Ensminger. Ensminger drives the lane, turns, puts it up, in and out, no good. Rebound taken down by Augusta, 24-16, Augusta up by 8. They feed it over to the right side. Three-pointer in by Dalton Robinson. We have a timeout being called by the Vikings. So with a timeout on the floor, it's Augusta 27, Vikings 16, and you're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. I love you. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings trailing by 11. Augusta's on a 10-0 run. Vikings feed it down underneath to Charlo, to Jensen, and they're going to get Charlo with a carry. Nope, they're going to get a foul called. It's a blocking foul on Kirchhoff. Inbound pass to Jensen, to Albright from three. He hit the three-pointer. Ryan Albright with a three-point shot.
He's on the board.
Ball comes down the floor. Kirchhoff lays it up and puts it in. Augusta's figured out a pattern to beat the Viking press. As Ensminger tries to go in, the ball got blocked, and Robinson with it. Gets it out to Brixton, puts up the three off the iron, no good. Augusta gets the rebound, that's Johnson. He gets it over to Kirchhoff, lays it up, and no basket, but a foul being called.
Should be on Charlo.
And it is. It's his first personal, third team foul on the Vikings. First shot's no good. And now Kirchhoff's second shot. Off the back of the iron, rebounded by Jensen. If I'm not mistaken, Nick Jensen will be our Viking profile at halftime. They feed it over to coming around to the free throw line. The shot is no good by Albright. Ensminger puts one up. It got partially blocked. Albright comes away with the ball, gets it out to Jensen, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Charlo, turns around, puts it up. It rolls around, it won't go in. Charlo gets it back, puts it up, and he got fouled going up.
Yeah, you know, Colfax plays tough, and that ball just doesn't help him out.
It is. I think whatever end Colfax is shooting at, they shrink the rim on him. So Charlo shooting two. First one on the way. Nope. Several substitutes into the lineup for Augusta. Jacobs and King. Somebody better keep an eye on Anderson way down here. Second shot was good. 29-20. Here's a long pass to Anderson. Puts up the three. No. Rebound by King. He lays it up and in.
Colfax has started boxing out.
Augusta up by 11. Sikora to Albright. Albright's got it, passes over into the right corner to Ensminger. Ensminger takes it out between the circles to the top of the key. Over to Sikora on the left. Turnaround jumper by Charlo is no good. Rebound taken away by King. He comes down the floor. Gets it to Robinson. He lost control. Ensminger comes down the floor, lays it up, and it goes in. 3:55 to go in the first half. Pass over to Anderson. Shot goes up and in. That was a shot by Jacobs. Sikora with it. Gets it over to Albright on the left. Takes it into the lane. Out to Jensen. Jensen with a short shot.
Yeah,
rebound taken down by Charlo to Ensminger. Over to Albright. His shot is no good. Rebound by Augusta. King with it. Drives into the lane. Jump stop. Puts the shot up and in. 35-22. Sikora takes it in the lane, feeds it to Jensen, who lays it up and in.
Good play there.
And down the floor comes Augusta. Quickly, this is Robinson. Turns, takes it back outside the arc. On the left side, feeds it to King at the free throw line. Then to Brixon, now down into the right corner. This is Anderson. Shot goes up, no good. Ensminger with the rebound. Takes it into the lane. Gets it out to Charlo. Cross-court pass to Albright. Puts up the three. Ryan Albright with another three. 35-27. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound being battled for. Sikora with the rebound. Takes it all the way down the floor. The shot got blocked, but so did Sikora.
Augusta doesn't like the call. Thought he got all ball before the shot, or before the foul.
So Sikora to shoot two. Foul is on Robinson. First shot is up, no good. That's the second foul on Robinson. And somebody needs to be aware of down here.
Yeah. I want to yell at the coach right now. Or at least Nick Jensen.
Shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Shot by Hajdukovic is no good. Long pass down the floor to Anderson, and his pass gets kicked out of bounds. So it'll still be Augusta ball. Yeah, Augusta likes to sneak Anderson down there. And if the team isn't watching, Anderson's got the ball, takes it into the lane, turns, tries to go up, can't, gets it to King, puts up the shot and in. 10-point game, 37-27. Three-pointer on the way by Albright is no good. Anderson with the rebound. Brings it down the floor. Takes it to the free throw line, feeds it down underneath. Shot goes up, it's no good. Lenz with the rebound. Hajdukovic has it on the right side. Gets it to Sikora, puts up the shot, no good. And we have a foul, and he's going to be shooting two. And that foul is on Tyler Brixon. It's his first, it's also the 7th team foul. Shot goes up, it rolls around, but it goes in. 37-28. And the second shot goes in. Vikings cut the lead to 8. Down the floor comes Augusta. King with it. Feeds it over between the circles to Robinson. Puts up the three. No good. Rebound taken down by Anderson. Dribbles around. Gets it over to King from the left corner. Shot goes up. No good. Rebound tip back up and in.
Wow.
That was Robinson. That was a nice looking tip in. Hajdukovic with it. Takes it into the lane, puts a shot up. It's no good. Rebound being battled for. It's out of bounds. It's going to be Augusta's ball. Just under 40 seconds to go. King with it. Gets it to Anderson. Then over to Robinson. Then down into the corner to Jacobs. Underneath to King, who lays it up and in. Sikora with it. 20 seconds to go in the half. To Hajdukovic. He's high, wide, and right.
See if they ISO Nate.
Takes it into the baseline. Gets it out to Sikora. Puts up the three. It's no good. Tip back up, no good. And Vikings couldn't get that last score. So we get to halftime with the score. The Augusta Beavers 41, Vikings 29. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're going to get to know Nick Jensen, junior here at Colfax High School. Nick, we know that you play basketball, but are you involved in some other activities here at school?
I partake in student council, FFA, and, I like to get into activities as much as I can to try to lead the school.
Okay, so when did you start playing basketball, and what kind of an experience has that been for you?
We started about third grade, and I've had really a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. I love my teammates. I've had a good group of juniors with me my whole career, and hopefully we can have some good years left.
And what's the most important thing that you've learned playing basketball?
Probably hard work and being physical.
Okay, so when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that you're interested in that keep you occupied?
Definitely, I work a lot, and I like to go spend time with my football team and lift in the mornings, so I stay busy.
Okay, some rapid-fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cookies.
The flavor?
Chocolate chip.
Oh, the All-American standby, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your favorite color and why?
Orange, because it's my hair color.
All right, that'll work. Now, if you could have a superpower, what would that be and why?
Flying.
Why?
I don't know, because I want to get places fast.
Okay. Now, with a superpower like that, of course you have to have a superhero name. So what's Nick's superhero name?
The Red Rocket.
Red Rocket. Okay. Favorite NBA team?
Bucks.
And favorite collegiate team?
Badgers.
All right. And we're talking with Nick Jensen here on Viking Profile. And Nick, what are your plans for after high school?
I most likely will be attending River Falls for agricultural business and taking over the farm.
All right. And how about a shout out to the family?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for helping me, motivate me to go to practice, and my sisters that go to Eau Claire and lacrosse for always pushing me to do better.
Okay. And when people watch Viking games, where are they going to find Nick Jensen on the floor?
Most likely at center, getting rebounds.
Owning the paint.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We want to thank Nick Jensen for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, it starts to work itself out.
Time now for the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The Colfax Vikings athletics kept a low profile during the holiday break. The only team in action was the Bloomer Colfax Wrestlers. They competed at the Northern Badger Tournament in River Falls on December 29th and 30th. 4 wrestlers placed in the tournament for Bloomer Colfax. Capturing 12th at 220 pounds was Sammy Espinal. Placing 9th at 170 pounds was Ethan Rubenzer. Taking 3rd place at 145 pounds was Luke Blanchard, who defeated David Olson from St. Croix Central on a 3-0 decision. The top finisher for Bloomer Colfax was Bowen Rothbauer, who wrestled to 2nd place at 160 pounds. He was defeated in the championship match by Cole Marco from St. Croix Falls on an 11-3 decision. Prior to the Northern Badger, the wrestlers traveled to Boyceville to take on the Bulldogs on December 16th. The Bulldogs had the upper hand on that day, defeating Bloomer Colfax 54-24. The next day, the 17th, the wrestlers went to Cameron for a multi-duel event where they finished the day with 2 wins and 2 losses. The Cameron Comets defeated Bloomer Colfax 60-22, but then Bloomer Colfax bounced back to defeat Prescott 36-30. The Durand Panthers upended Bloomer Colfax 46-36, and Bloomer Colfax finished the day on a high note by defeating Unity 42-18. Now this week, the Viking basketball teams get back underway with each team having 3 games. The Viking girls travel to Fall Creek on January 3rd. Then they host the Spring Valley Cardinals in Game 2 of a boys-girls doubleheader on Thursday, followed by hosting the Hayward Hurricanes on Saturday. We are carrying all 3 games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Viking boys will host the Turtle Lake Lakers on Tuesday. Then on Thursday, they will take on the Augusta Beavers in Game 1 of that boy-girl doubleheader. That will be followed on Friday with the boys traveling to Boyceville to take on the Bulldogs. We will also have those 3 games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, coming up next week, the Bloomer Colfax Wrestlers will take on the Stanley Boyd Orioles in a dual meet at Colfax High School on January 11th. Then on Saturday the 15th, the Grapplers travel to Ladysmith for the Ladysmith Invitational. The Viking boys basketball team will have 3 games next week. On Monday the 10th, they will host the Olivastrum Cardinals. On Thursday the 13th, the boys will host the Spring Valley Cardinals. And then on Friday the 14th, they will host the Somerset Spartans. The Viking girls are scheduled for 2 games next week. On Tuesday, the 11th, the girls will battle for first place in the Dun St. Croix Conference when they travel to Elk Mound to take on the Mounders. Then on Friday the 14th, the girls will travel to Plum City High School where they will take on the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. We currently plan to carry all 5 Viking basketball games next week on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. In other school news, the annual FFA conference runs this Friday and Saturday, and the Dorian Vocal Music Festival runs from Sunday the 9th through the 11th. And that's what's happening at Colfax High School for the week of January 2nd through the 8th.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson, along with Dan Petschow. Jeff Gust on the camera for us tonight. Augusta leading the Vikings 41-29 as they're getting ready to inbound the ball. So Robinson has it over to Anderson. They get it into the lane to King, puts it up and in. It's 43-29. Down the floor come the Vikings. Ensminger with it. High, wide, and right. Gets it out to the center circle to Hajdukovic. Back over to, this is Sikora now. On the right side. Over to Ensminger on the wing. Out high to Albright. To Hajdukovic. He's on the left. Takes it to the free throw line. Spins into the lane. Ball won't go in. And down the floor come the Augusta Beavers. They feed it over to the left side. Down underneath and the King in the lane. He puts it up no good. Rebound being fought for. To Robinson. Puts up the shot no good. And Sminger fighting for the rebound. And they're saying Viking ball.
Good hustle there by
Ensminger and King were fighting for that one.
Ensminger.
Albright brings the ball down the floor, across the timeline, over to Ensminger on the right wing. Takes it out high, wide, and right. Over to Hajdukovic between the circles. Backs up to the center circle. Hands it off to Albright. To Ensminger. Still out in that center circle. Takes it to the left side, gets it to Albright, and we've got a timeout being called by the Vikings. 16:20 to go in the game. Augusta 43, Vikings 29. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings with the ball. Albright inbounds it. Gets it to Sikora. Back over to Albright. He's high, wide, and left. Takes it out between the circles. Being closely guarded by King. Now they put a trap on. And we have a whistle in the lane. We're going to get a foul.
Can I play coach for just a second? Number 23, Shiloh has to learn to set his Hicks, solid.
All right, Albright inbounds the ball to Hajdukovic. Turn around, puts it up, no good. Rebound. King tried to save it in and threw it right off of Anderson. Went out of bounds, so the Vikings will get it. Sikora to inbound. Three-pointer goes up and in by Albright.
Albright's got 3 threes.
Cuts the lead to 11. Driving down, shot goes up, no good. Rebound tipped around, goes out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball.
Good job by Charlo there. Boxed, got the block, then boxed out. Colfax got the ball back.
43-32. Albright, or check that, Sikora with it. To Ensminger on the right. Over to Albright, top of the key. To Hajdukovic, drives the lane, puts it up, it's good! Hajdukovic had a wide open lane and he took advantage of it. Here comes Augusta, Vikings putting on a token press. They get it down into the right corner. Now to the right wing to Robinson, now down into the lane to King. King puts it up, it's off the iron, no good. Here comes Sikora, driving, putting it up, it's good! And we got a blocking foul with it. A blocking foul on Robinson is going to put Sikora to the line for the +1.
Yeah, he tried to draw the foul, but he was too deep.
That's the third foul on Robinson. Free throws up, no good. Rebound taken down by Hajdukovic. And he got fouled. Got shoved out of bounds.
By Robinson.
No, they're going to say it was on King. That's his second. Third team foul. Long pass into Ensminger, out high between the circles. To Albright, top of the key. Over to the right side. Hands it off to Ensminger. Ball got stolen from Ensminger. We're going to get a foul. And that's going to be a foul on King.
He might have to come out.
That's 3 on him. Into the lineup is Marcus Livingston. It's also 4 fouls on the Augusta Beavers. Sikora with it. Takes it down into the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound, tapped out of bounds by Charlo.
Yeah, good move by Sikora to get to the hole, but just wouldn't fall.
Ball comes in. And down the floor come the Augusta Beavers. Brickson with a shot from in the lane. It's up and no good. And the Vikings come away with it. Sikora puts up the jumper, no good. Rebound tipped out to Hajdukovic. He lays it up, and it goes in. Nate Hajdukovic cuts it to a 5-point game, 43-38.
Carey? Nope.
Well, that's what the crowd thought. That'll be an over and back. Actually, that's unfortunate that they blew it dead because trying to save it, he threw it right into the Vikings' hands and it would have gone in for a layup. But
yeah, I was kind of surprised that they did call it.
Well, it was actually the correct call because as soon as he touched it, it was over and back.
Okay.
Albright with it, gets it to Charlo. Turnaround move in the lane, puts it up and in. Vikings cut it to 3, 43-40. Vikings working their way right back into this game. Down the floor, the Vikings pick the pocket. Charlo with the ball. Takes it into the lane, goes up with it. We've got a
they're going to get a foul on Charlo.
Being called on Charlo.
I don't know about that one. He was sideways. That would have been 32, Aiden Anderson. He wasn't set.
Second foul on Charlo. First foul on the Vikings. Augusta with the ball. They get it into the forecourt.
There's another
driving
carry.
down the baseline. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. Basket counts. And the foul is on Hajdukovic. That was actually a pretty easy one to call.
He did have a carry before that, though. I got a fan up here to the right that agrees with me.
Shot goes up and in by Livingston. 46-40. And Sminger on the right side. Takes it to the top of the key. Over to the right side. Sikora with it. He takes it out between the circles. Now drives down the lane. Puts up the shot. No good. Charlo with the rebound, and he tries to go up and got fouled.
Yeah, strong rebound by Charlo.
What the Vikings are doing this half, and it's paying off for them, is they're just going hard to the basket, and they're drawing a lot of fouls in the process. That foul was on Livingston. It's his second. 15 foul on Augusta. First shot's off the front of the iron.
Yeah, Colfax can hit their free throw. They'll stay in this game.
Mitchell Johnson into the lineup for Augusta. Second shot up, and that one's good. 46-41. Augusta inbounds it. Johnson has it. Gets it over to Robinson, to Brixon. His pass gets stolen by Hajdukovic. Hajdukovic down the lane, lays it up, and 46-43. Vikings cut it to 3 again. Johnson has it in the backcourt, and his pass gets stolen by Hajdukovic. Hajdukovic into the lane, puts a shot up, and he got hammered. No, they're calling an offensive foul on Nate Hajdukovic.
Yeah, see, that's another one that he's really low in the baseline, and he wasn't set.
Yeah, it could have gone that way. I just looked on Jeff's screen here. It was pretty close.
You got to be above the rim.
All right, inbound. Now they've got him trapped. And Robinson down the lane. Shot goes up. We got a whistle and a foul.
Charlo on the foul.
That's the third foul on Charlo. Robinson at the line. First shot's up. It's no good. Second shot on the way, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound by Augusta. Another putback is no good. Another putback, another putback. Finally, it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Augusta's ball. They're saying it went off of the Vikings.
Mitchell Johnson and Elijah
Ensminger are having a little something going on down there. Pass comes in, shot goes up, no good. Rebound, shot put up by Livingston, no good, and we have a whistle.
You know, both teams playing pretty hard right now. Nothing's falling for each of them, but
Sikora with the foul. It's his first 15 foul. Tristan Lenz coming in. Going to give Hajdukovic a bit of a break.
yeah, that should help Colfax a little bit in the interior.
Pass down into the right corner. Robinson with a three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken down by Sikora. He comes down, kicks it out to the right side. Albright with a three-pointer off the air, no good. Ball gets chased down in the corner. Pass intercepted by Sikora, and he lays it in. And we have a one-point game, 46-45. Vikings trail by only 1, and we have a timeout on the floor. With 11 and some change back, they changed to the timeout clock. Anyway, you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, coming out of that timeout. Vikings trailing by only one, 46-45. Augusta has the ball, 11:36 to go. Johnson brings it into the forecourt on the right side. He's in a little trouble, ball gets tipped. Robinson picks it up, but his pass over to the left wing went one way and the receiver went the other. So the Vikings have it, looking to take a lead. Albright with it on the left. He's trapped, and we get a blocking foul called.
Number 11.
That's a foul on Mitchell Johnson. It's his second. That's the 16th foul, so the Vikings will go to the line for the 1-and-1 after this. Sikora with it. Gets it out to Ensminger. Back to Sikora. Over to Albright on the left. Back out high to Sikora. To Lenz. To Jensen. To Albright. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Going up for the rebound is Ensminger, and we have a whistle and a foul. With a push, and that foul is on Brixon. That's his second, but it's the 7th team foul. So Elijah Ensminger goes to the line for the 1-and-1, or are they giving him 2? It's 1-and-1. First shot is up. It's good. We are tied at 46. Second shot is up. Off the air, no good. Rebound taken down by Augusta. They feed it down to Brixon on the left side. Takes it towards the lane. We're going to get a reach-in foul being called on Sikora. Tried to pick the pocket as he went by.
That's his second.
And that's the 7th team foul on the Vikings. So after this inbound, both teams will be in the bonus. Ball comes into Kirchhoff. Then over to Robinson. Three-pointer went up and good. 49-46. Sikora gets it over to Albright. Albright on the right side, over to Sikora in the right corner. To Lenz at the lane. We're going to get no basket on the floor.
Good move by Tristan Lenz.
Foul called. Foul's on Livingston. It's his third. It's the 8th team foul. Lenz at the line for the 1-and-1. Shot goes up. It's good. Second shot on the way. Rolls around and in. 49-48. Augusta by 1.
I got a feeling this game's going to be one at the line.
And a ball gets stolen by Ensminger. Feeds it to Sikora. And the Vikings have taken the lead. 50-49. Augusta with the ball. Feeding it down underneath and laying it up and in. That's Kirchhoff. 51-50. Augusta on top. I think we're going to get us a nail biter here, Dan. Socorro with it, gets it over to Albright. Back out to Socorro, high, wide, and right.
Yeah, both teams aren't blinking right now.
Getting it down into the corner to Ensminger on the right side. He brings it out high to Albright down in the corner. Back to Ensminger, back to Albright. Back to Ensminger, to Jensen, to Albright, to Ensminger. Ensminger back out to Albright, loses the handle. Ball's loose on the floor. We're going to get a whistle.
Foul?
It's going to be a foul on Albright.
Yeah, Augusta in that kind of makeshift 1-3-1 there. Yeah, now Colfax has to watch behind him. Oh, that's their defense.
Ensminger drops back up to pick up Anderson down deep. First shot is up and in by Brixen. 52-50. Second shot on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Jensen. Jump shot from the free throw line is good by Socorro. And we're tied at 52. Down the floor comes Robinson. Feeds it over, now back out to Robinson from three, it's no good. Rebound put up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings, and he stepped on the baseline.
That's one thing got Colfax to make sure they're aware of. It's where all the players are at all time. Augusta got to the baseline there.
Hajdukovic back into the lineup. Ball comes in, Hajdukovic steals the ball. Down the floor he comes. Over to Ensminger in the left corner. Drives towards the lane. And we're going to get a whistle. He's going to get a traveling call.
I don't know about that one either.
I think he got rid of the ball before he moved his feet.
Well, Tyler Brixen bumped Charlo, who bumped Ensminger.
All right, down the floor comes Robinson. Puts it up, no good. Rebound being fought for on the floor. Picked up by Hajdukovic. Down the floor comes Nate Hajdukovic on the left side. Feeds it over to Socorro. Gets it out to Albright, three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken down by Augusta. This is Robinson between the circles. Feeds it off to the left side to Anderson. Over to Brixen from the corner. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, nice box out that time by Charlo.
Yeah, Hunter Kirchhoff tried to get inside, but Charlo kept him out.
So Socorro has it out near the center line. Now takes it to the free throw line. Gets it out to Hajdukovic. Back out to Socorro. Back to Hajdukovic. Over to Socorro. He's going over to the right side. Now they get it down to the right corner to Ensminger.
See, Augusta's in that makeshift 1-3-1.
They feed it to Hajdukovic. Tries to get a cross-court pass. And they're going to say that ball went off the Vikings before it went out of bounds. So down the floor come the Augusta Beavers. Anderson on the dribble. He gets it over to Robinson, and the pass gets stolen by Albright. To Charlo. Charlo stops at the free throw line to Hajdukovic. Three-pointer on the way. It's good! And Hajdukovic scores the harm! He's got a chance at a four-point play!
He's got 15 right now.
Vikings on top, 55-52. So Nate Hajdukovic to shoot the +1. .7:27 to go. Hajdukovic's shot is up and in. That's a rare four-point play. 56-52. Augusta has it. King with it. Bringing it through the backcourt across the timeline. Feeds it over onto the left side. That's Brixon to Robinson. Robinson puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Charlo. Charlo feeds it over to Hajdukovic. Hajdukovic gets it out, and we're going to get a traveling call on Sikora.
Yeah, he saw a little gap and wanted it.
King gets it into Brixon. Back to King. Down into the forecourt to Anderson. Three-pointer on the way. It's long. Rebound taken down by Charlo. To Sikora. Ball gets kicked out of bounds by Augusta. And I think it's Anderson went sliding into the wall pretty hard. Grimacing a little as he got up. Vikings to inbound. They get it into Ensminger. To Sikora. Back to Ensminger. Over to Hajdukovic. High, wide, and right. Over to the left side. Now back over to the right side to Hajdukovic.
Augusta in that.
Charlo.
1-3.
Ensminger feeds it to Charlo. To Albright, three-pointer. He hit that three-pointer! Ryan Albright with a three.
He has 4 threes.
Augusta into the forecourt. Robinson with a three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, put back up. This time there's a traveling call. Jacobs took an extra step in there, and the Augusta coach is very upset about that. 59-52. Vikings have their largest lead of the night. 5:58 to go. Sikora with it. Now they get it down into the corner to Ensminger on the right side. He brings it back out high, wide, right. He's in a trap now. Feeds it over to Sikora. Drives down the left side to Hajdukovic. Left baseline. Now kicks it out to Sikora. Underneath the Charlo, and he's all alone and puts it in. And down the floor comes Augusta. They lose control of the ball. Now King has it. Takes a step towards the lane. Puts it up. Gets a whistle and a foul.
Should be on
Ball does not go through.
No.
Well, falls on Charlo. It's his fourth. King at the line. Vikings up by 9. First shot on the way. No good.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Coach Knowles does right now. If he's going to keep Charlo in for the rest of the game.
Looks like Jensen's getting ready to come in.
I think he'll want Charlo saved for the end.
Shots up. No good. Rebound being battled for. We're going to get a foul.
No.
I think it's on Albright. And it is on Albright. It's his second. Charlo takes a seat. Jensen comes in. Both teams with 9 fouls, so both teams will be in the double bonus after this. Shot goes up. Jensen get high off the glass for the rebound. Sikora with it. Takes it into the lane. Stops, puts it up and in. 63-52, Vikings on top. Anderson feeds it over to King. Then down underneath to Jacobs. Now they get it out high to Brixon. Brixon on the left side of the lane. Gets it out to Anderson. Three-pointer on the way, and he got fouled.
Bad foul there by Ensminger.
So, Anderson will go to the line for 3. That's the second foul on Ensminger. First shot is up. No good. Now, I know coaches that would say now that after that miss, that was a good foul. I'm not saying I agree with that, but second shot is good.
Good foul. Good foul.
And now his third shot. And that one's good. 63-54. Inbound pass to Hajdukovic. He brings it down, kicks it over to the left side to Albright. Three-pointer! Nothing but net.
He has
Ryan Albright.
He has 5 threes.
All 15 of his points are from three-point land. Rickson gets it down into the right corner, and a three-pointer gets answered by Anderson. So 66-57, Vikings on top, 4:26 to go. And you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you've checked that hayfield and find it's time to harvest, give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net-wrapped round bales. He can even give your bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came here for!
Our next game will be on Friday, January 7th when the Vikings travel to Boyceville to take on the Boyceville Bulldogs. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Boys Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Friday, January 7th.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings getting ready to inbound the ball. 9-point lead with 4:26 to go. Ball goes into Hajdukovic. He's trapped in the corner. Gets it out to Sikora. Comes across the timeline. 3-on-1 to Jensen. He lays it up and in.
Nick Jensen was 6.
Anderson in the backcourt. Vikings still putting some pressure on. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Hajdukovic. King with it. Gets it into Robinson. Shot from the top of the key. No good, but we get a foul.
We had a foul on Sikora. Another bad foul.
That's 3 fouls on Sikora. First shot by Robinson is up and good. In, out, and in is what it did. 10-point game. Second shot. Nothing but net that time. And now he's got the ball. His third shot. That's also in.
Robinson's got 14. 15.
And Vikings bring it down the floor. Feed it to Jensen, and he lays it up and in. Sikora found Jensen under the basket, and there it went. And the Vikings steal the ball. Sikora coming down the floor. He lays it up. It's in. Down the floor comes Augusta. 72-60, Vikings on top. Cross court pass, shot goes up, no good. Vikings bring it down the floor. Albright gets it to Ensminger. Ensminger dribbles it out. We're going to get a blocking foul called.
Should be on Tyler Brixton.
That's what they say too. That's his third. Ensminger at the line. Both teams in the double bonus, so he's shooting 2. First shot's off the back of the iron. Don't forget, we've got more basketball coming up shortly after this game ends. Shot goes up, and it's good. 73-60. Vikings up by 13. We have the Viking girls taking on Spring Valley right after this one is done. Cross-court pass to King, puts up a shot from the lane. It rolls around and in. So when this game is done, we will have a very abbreviated Viking postgame. Then we'll leave the air for just a couple minutes. Then we'll come right back with Viking girls basketball. So stick around. Sikora with it, gets it to Jensen. We have a whistle and a foul. That's a foul on Brixon. That's his fourth. He's going to put Sikora at the line for two. And the first shot is up and good. Or no good, I should say. Off the back of the iron. Vikings up by 11. 2:50 remaining. And that one rings around and off. King with it. Between the circles. Feeds it over into the left corner. Back out high. Robinson shot is short. And down the floor comes Colfax. This is Hajdukovic. Feeds it over to Sikora. Down into the left corner to Ensminger. Drives the left baseline. Kicks it out high. Vikings pull out the corners. Sikora makes a circle pass through the lane. 2:21. Vikings going to run some clock.
Yep, Augusta's got a foul.
Hajdukovic with it on the left, and there we get our foul. Drew Jacobs with the foul. That's the first foul on Jacobs. Hajdukovic shooting two. First one's on the way. It's good. Second shot on the way. It's also good. 75-62. Vikings up by 13, and we have a timeout on the floor as you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School girls basketball. Our next game will be on Saturday, January 8th when the Vikings travel to Hayward to take on the Hayward Hurricanes. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pre-game at 2:10 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking girls basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Saturday, January 8th.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Back here at Colfax High School, 2:11 to go. Vikings on top, 75-62 over the Augusta Beavers. Don't forget, more basketball coming up after this one. Inbounding the ball are the Beavers. Anderson with it as he brings it through the backcourt. Ball gets tipped away. Ensminger trying to get it and actually commits a foul in the process. This is what the Vikings don't want to do. They don't want to be giving Augusta a chance to score without the clock running. Brixon goes to the line. He's going to be shooting two. That's the third foul on Ensminger. First shot is good. Second shot on the way. It's also good. 75-64.
He's got 7.
Ensminger has it. Bounce pass over to Albright. Takes it into the forecourt on the right side to Ensminger. Feeds it over to Sikora, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul on Anderson. That's his second personal. Vikings have got to make their free throws. Charlo getting ready to come in. First shot is up. It's off the back of the iron. Nick Jensen takes a seat. Getting around a high fives. Second shot is up and good.
So this will be interesting. Colfax goes small.
76-54. Robinson with it to Anderson. Anderson drives down to the lane. Feeds it underneath to Jacobs, but the ball gets taken away. Hajdukovic with it. And we're going to get a foul on Brixon, I think. Yes, foul's on Brixon. And that's going to be all for him.
He ends up with 7 points.
So Tyler Brixon all done for the night. Checking in to take his place is Marcus Livingston.
Can I play coach again? He got his foul because he didn't move his feet. He's got to move feet, not
How
his
many
arms.
times do we see that? First shot goes up and in by Nate Hajdukovic. Vikings back up by 13. Next shot on the way off the front of the iron, but it bounces right back to Hajdukovic. Vikings have it. They're pulling out the corners again. Ensminger feeds it over. Well, Hajdukovic comes up with it, and we get a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to be on Drew Jacobs. So Hajdukovic at the line. Shot goes up and in. That's a second foul on Jacobs. And the next shot is good. 79-64. Down the floor come the Beavers. Anderson with a three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Bounce off the back of the iron, up in the air, and down through the net. Vikings, Ensminger across the timeline. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Fouls on Livingston. Just over a minute to go. Vikings up by 12. That's the fifth foul on Livingston. So checking into the game is Mitchell Johnson. Livingston finishes the game with how many?
He ends up. Who is that?
He only had one.
1 point.
And Sminger's shot is off the iron, no good. Second free throw. On the way, and it's good. 80-67, Vikings on top. Under a minute. King with it. Gets it over to Robinson. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound taken down by Augusta. Johnson with the shot, it's no good. He got the ball back. Puts it up, it's no good. Rebound taken away by Sikora. And Anderson kind of grabbed his hand as he went by. Grabbed Sikora's hand.
He's got 3 fouls.
Anderson's going to stay down there on the offensive end. Shot goes up, it's no good by Sikora. Charlo and Anderson having a little discussion down there. Shot goes up, it's no good. About 37 seconds to go. Robinson with a three-pointer, it's no good. Rebound taken away by Augusta. Anderson with it, gets it out to King. Three-pointer on the way, that one's good. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Augusta Beavers. 80-70, Vikings up by 10 with 20 some odd seconds to go You're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
We're in the waning moments here at Colfax High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Jeff Gust on the camera of game one of our doubleheader. Vikings have the ball, they inbound it. They're up by 10. Sikora gets it to Ensminger, to Hajdukovic, reverse layup is good. 82-70, 10 seconds remaining. Anderson with it, gets it over to King on the left. Down into the left corner, Johnson with a shot, no good, and there is your final score. The Colfax Vikings, 82, Augusta Beavers, 70. That's a win the Vikings needed to have. And we'll be back with an abbreviated Viking postgame right after this. You're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Boys Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
Time now for Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Boys game. And now, Viking Postgame.
And we're back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings just defeated the Augusta Beavers 82-70 for a win they really needed. Dan, how did we get to that score?
Yeah, here's the scores for Augusta tonight. They were led by 25, Brendan King with 20 points, followed by Dalton Robinson with 15. We had Aiden Anderson with 13. We had Hunter Kershoff with 8. We had Tyler Brixton with 7. And Marcus Livingston with 1. For the Colfax Vikings, their leading scorer tonight was number 2, Nate Hajdukovic with 21. Oh, they had 2 in the same score. Number 4, Bryce Sikora had 21 points. Followed by number 24, Ryan Albrecht with 15. We had Nick Jensen with 8. We had Elijah Ensminger with 7. And we had Tristan Lenz with 2. 82-70.
That's just about the way it ought to need to be. And the JV teams did pretty well tonight as well. The Viking boys JV defeated the Augusta Beavers 37-32, and the girls JV defeated Spring Valley 66-12. Now we're going to take a very short break while we get things reorganized, and we'll be ready to bring you game 2, and that we're going to have to hustle to do. So you're tuned to Viking Postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Boys game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.